Good morning. On behalf of the entire Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, I would like to welcome all of you to this morning's graduation ceremony of Sheriff's Orientation Training Class 49. I am Robin Saunier, and it is my pleasure to serve as Master of Ceremonies. Today, we recognize the accomplishments of the cadets in this class. The commitment and perseverance they have demonstrated while in training is a testament to their unwavering desire to become deputy sheriffs. Before we go any further, I would like to take a moment to welcome you, the families and friends of our cadets. You are the support structure that will give them the strength to meet the demands of our profession. At this time, we will recognize the Sheriff of Hillsborough County, Chad Chronister. Though it takes the dedicated efforts of thousands of employees to perform the duties required of the Office of the Sheriff, this agency will always be a reflection of its commander, his professionalism, his character, and his values. I would also like to recognize Chief Deputy Donald Lazinski and the members of our command staff seated in the first two rows to my right. On September 24th, 2017, these recruits assembled for the first time and embarked on a journey to join one of the finest law enforcement agencies in the nation. The recruits are here today because they demonstrated the passion, courage, and strength necessary to earn the privilege of becoming a Hillsborough County Deputy Sheriff. During the first 2 weeks of their career, these cadets participated in the Sheriff's Orientation Training Program. The training program is a 2-week course that introduces cadets into the culture of Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. The training allows instructors to effectively evaluate and measure if a cadet possesses the qualities and abilities necessary to join this office, an office with a storied history of more than 170 years of dedication and service to this community. The training demands a cadet demonstrate qualities such as initiative, integrity, leadership, self-discipline, and to work as a team. In order for our training program to be successful, it is imperative that we have talented men and women from within the ranks of the Sheriff's Office to carry out our training mission. Each instructor and supervisor possesses the required knowledge, skills, and abilities, but perhaps more importantly, they are devoted to promoting the vision, mission, and core values of this office. We owe a deep debt of gratitude to our training division staff, adjunct instructors, and members of the recruitment and screening section. Their combined efforts have been vital to the successful development of Sheriff's Orientation Training Class 49. Collectively, they have dedicated countless hours to ensure these cadets before you are prepared for the responsibilities that lie ahead of them. Would all members of the training division please stand and be recognized for your efforts? I now take a moment to recognize and thank the field training officers who have assisted with training Sheriff's Orientation Class 49. Thank you, Deputy Derek Roberts and Deputy Kevin Yim, for all your guidance and support. All of their efforts would be in vain if it was not for the patience, understanding, and support the cadets have received from you, the families and friends during the last 8 months. Thank you. To date, the cadets of Sheriff's Orientation Training Class 49 have received extensive instruction in all critical areas of law enforcement training. As they conclude their basic training, we present awards in 4 areas. I now invite Deputy Kevin Yim to come forward and to present awards for excellence in academics, firearms, physical fitness, and outstanding performance.
The academic award is presented to the cadet who achieved the highest test scores throughout the 10 weeks of module training. These tests measure the cadet's overall knowledge of topics such as the Sheriff's Office standard operating procedures, signal codes, 10 codes, driving, firearms, and the practical application of the Florida state statutes. Of the 14 tests given, this cadet did not miss a single question. The academic award is presented to Cadet Mark Burkest. The Firearms Award is presented to the cadet who demonstrates the highest level of proficiency with their firearms throughout the 10 weeks of module training. Several qualification courses are used to determine the top gun. These courses include day and night handgun and rifle qualifications. Out of a total of 195 rounds, this cadet never missed. The Top Gun Award is presented to Cadet Attila Topoyai. Now for the Fitness Award. All classes are physically tested in the following areas: push-ups, sit-ups, a 1.5 mile run, 300-meter sprint, and a vertical leap. This test is administered several times throughout the academy and the module portion of their training. This cadet performed a maximum of 89 push-ups in 1 minute, 56 sit-ups in 1 minute, a 300-meter sprint in 35.41 seconds, and a mile and a half time in 11 minutes and 14 seconds. This cadet also completed the Sheriff's Office Fitness Challenge, which is a 2.5 mile run with 6 obstacle stations in 23 minutes and 14 seconds, and the Sheriff's Office Physical Abilities Assessment in 2 minutes and 39 seconds. The Fitness Award winner is chosen based on their physical performance and attitude during physical training and their ability to motivate and inspire their fellow cadets. It is my pleasure to present the Fitness Award to Cadet Brandon Holloway. The class coordinator cannot effectively do their job without the assistance of a cadet that relays information to the class, passes down orders, and maintains class discipline in the absence of the class coordinator. The class president is chosen for their bearing, maturity, leadership qualities, and keeps the position only through continued success. The class president for SOT 49 has excelled in this regard. It is my honor to present this Outstanding Performance Award to Cadet Michael Sago.
At this point in the ceremony, the cadets of Sheriff's Orientation Training Class will complete their uniform with the pinning of their badges. The silver star they will wear on their chest will be the most prominent and identifiable part of their uniforms. Understand, even when this uniform is off, the expectations and obligations we are privileged to shoulder remain. So long as we live, this star will stand as a symbol of bravery, compassion, dedication, integrity, and professionalism. In just a moment, I will bring each of these cadets forward and invite those selected guests to come forward and pin the star on their uniform for the first time. But first, let me remind you, from this day forward, whenever you pin that star upon your uniform, remember those standing beside you and the many that have helped you achieve your goal here today. Most importantly, don't ever lose sight of the fact that this star represents so much more than what you are, it's who you are.
Right, face. Forward, march. Left, face.
Those selected guests are now invited forward.
Left, face. Ready, seat.
Right, face. Forward, march. Left, face.
Those selected guests are now invited forward.
Right, face. Forward, march. Left, face.
Selected guests can now come forward for the pinning of the badge. It is my privilege to introduce Sheriff Chad Chronister for his comments in the swearing-in of the cadets. Sheriff Chronister began his law enforcement career as a patrol deputy in 1992 at District 1. During his career, he has held several detective positions to include environmental enforcement detective, warrants unit detective, narcotics detective, and intelligence unit detective. Chad Chronister was also a SWAT operator. While rising through the ranks, he has had the opportunity to supervise detective areas where he was once assigned. Sheriff Chronister also held the opportunity to supervise the Dignitary Protection Detail and was the Deputy Division Commander of the Community Outreach Division. Sheriff Chronister was the commander of Patrol District 3 before becoming promoted to the rank of Colonel. As Colonel, he oversaw the Department of Operational Support. September 2017, Sheriff Chronister was appointed to the position of Sheriff. As Sheriff, he is responsible for managing the 10th largest suburban law enforcement agency in the nation. Sheriff Chronister has a bachelor's and a master's degree in criminology from St. Leo University. He is also a graduate of the FBI National Academy's 260th session. Sheriff Chronister is the co-chairman of the Regional Domestic Security Task Force Region 4 Tampa Bay. Sheriff Chronister's civic associations include being a board member at Friends of Hillsborough County Animal Services, Boys and Girls Club of Tampa Bay, Jason Ackerman Moore Health and Corp., Brooks DeBarlow Collegiate High School, and the Tampa Bay Sports Commission. Ladies and gentlemen, Sheriff Chad Chronister.
Thank you, Robin. All of you in the back, come on in. Don't be scared. We won't make you pin a badge on right away. Come on in. There's no room. I mean, there's no reason to stand in the other room. Come on in. This is your time to celebrate your families. Don't stand in the back. And I noticed 2 of our command staff members in the back too. There's room up front here for you. We won't make you do any extra work today. Come have a seat up front. Wow. Certainly a warm welcome to everyone, especially the family and friends of our cadets and soon-to-be newest deputies. I know you are all so proud of them, and you should be. The command staff and I are proud of them as well. I think it's safe to say that there's a whole lot of pride and honor that fill this assembly room. To the cadets, today we welcome you, we honor you, and we celebrate you. Over the past several months, you have excelled in your training, achieved academic success, and applied your knowledge in practical scenarios. I know your instructors demanded a lot of you, and I suspect for some, you discovered abilities and fortitude that you never knew you had. Your training has prepared each of you to face the challenges, obstacles, and dangerous situations you will encounter as a deputy sheriff. You are well prepared for any task ahead. And your instructors stand proud next to you with the knowledge that you are equipped to protect and serve. To the training division, we ask that you make each deputy sheriff the most professional version of themselves, and you continue to raise the bar and set the standard for other agencies to follow. Thank you. To the family and friends of our newest deputies, thank you for supporting them. Your love, comfort, and sacrifice made it possible for them to focus and build the foundation they need to become a deputy sheriff. To get here today was not easy. Our standards are extremely high, and the expectations of our community are even higher. There are many who wanted to be in those seats, but few who would even try. Among the 30 of you, we count 8 military veterans, some with combat experience, countless bachelor's and master's degrees, a former New York firefighter, a California paramedic, a collegiate running back, and enough baseball players to field a pretty good team. The oldest of you is 41, and the youngest just 22. Your class pedigree is very telling. It shows me and the citizens we serve that we have a robust and diverse team made of the best our country has to offer. To say impressive is a very strong understatement. As you take the oath in a few minutes, reflect upon the words and the immense responsibility you will be charged with. In a day and age where people put themselves above everyone else, you must shine bright like the star that you will wear upon your chest and always put the needs of others above your own. Strive to remember that you are entrusted with a momentous duty, but you are never far removed from the society we protect and serve. Be courteous. Be compassionate. Never allow yourself to become callous. Be competent and never stop learning. Keep an open mind and never be afraid to ask questions and rely on your fellow deputy for advice. Remember, our job is to serve others. Find no greater reward than to help someone during their worst and most desperate time. I encourage each of you to build relationships, because it's these relationships we build, one person at a time, that make us stronger as a community and more effective as a sheriff's office. Deputies, your community expects a lot from you. We do as well. Every day, challenge yourself to be a better deputy, a better person than the day before. Always be ethical. And remember, we all have the luxury of following in the footsteps of so many, those who forged the path of over 171 years of tradition and the professionalism we still follow today. But that comes with a price. We owe it to those in the past to do our absolute best to earn the trust and respect of the citizens we serve. Today, our Sheriff's Office not only gains more members of our family, we make our Sheriff's Office stronger, smarter, and our community safer. I look forward to watching you add to our story. You've earned the opportunity to be here today, and I'm honored to swear you in as a sheriff. Cadets, I now ask each of you to please stand, raise your right hand for the oath of office. If you would, please repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm.
Do solemnly swear or affirm.
That I will support, protect, and defend.
That I will support, protect, and defend.
The Constitution and government.
The Constitution and government.
Of the United States and the state of Florida.
Of the United States and the state of Florida.
That I am duly qualified.
That I am duly qualified.
To hold the office under the Constitution of the state.
To hold the office under the Constitution of the state.
And that I will.
Well
and faithfully.
Perform
the duties of Deputy Sheriff. On which I am about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations. Welcome to the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office.
I will now invite Chief Deputy Donald Lazinski, Colonel Davis, Colonel Perotti, Colonel Bradford, and Colonel Robinson to take the stage.
Right, face.
Chad Baroner. Troy Conti. Brianna DeMello. Joseph Dewar. Anna Maria Delasio. Andrew Fleming. William Garner. Andrew Hagenberger. Darius Halliburton. Jeremy Hodges. Brandon Holloway. Oops.
Left, face.
Joseph Kohler. Michael Mann. Kristen Maselli. Michael Melillo. Kevin O'Brien. Zoe Paulberg. Dakota Reiser. Jenna Roberts. Luis Santiago.
Left face. Ready, seat. Right face.
Michael Sago. Teresa Spare. Isaac Strunzi. Matthew Tabor. Attila Tapayayi. Josue Velasquez. James Ventry.
Oh, yeah.
Mark Verkest. Jessica Weatherman. Charles Williams.
Left, face. Ready, seat.
In history, guidons have been used by the military to identify specific units and foster an esprit de corps. Affixed to the top of most guidons were colored streamers that represented a unit's success as a whole. The guidon for Sheriff's Orientation Training Class 49 bears streamers that denote excellence in academics, physical fitness, and firearms. Their guidon also displays streamers that recognize an outstanding record of community service. This class donated more than 612 hours to various volunteer projects. At this time, Deputy Michael Sago, the president of Sheriff's Orientation Training Class 49, will come forward and retrieve the class guidon. Deputy Sago will present the guidon to Cadet Breck Spanier, the president of Sheriff's Orientation Training Class 51. I will now introduce Deputy James Venturi for the bell ringing ceremony.
From our introduction to the bell nearly 8 months ago, its ringing has always signified a means by which to exit the cadet program. Initially, in the Sheriff's Orientation Training, the ringing of the bell signified failure, submission, and defeat. Its ringing was an admission that you did not have what it took. Today, however, the ringing of the bell will signify success, accomplishments, and the desire to excel in our chosen profession. We are proud to be Hillsborough County Sheriff's deputies and are eager to prove to those that have been monumental in our development that we will not only uphold, but will exceed their expectations. In 2006, Law Enforcement Module Class 602 purchased a brass ship bell to present to the training division to be used in graduation ceremonies for the future. That bell has been tolled 3 times at each SOT graduation since. Throughout time, bells have been used for communication in areas near and wide. Bells have proclaimed liberty, celebration, and mourning. Today, we tolled the training bell 3 times. The first toll is an announcement to Sheriff Chronister and the entire Sheriff's Office that SOT 49 has completed every challenge of training and has answered every demand to join the ranks of this proud agency. We proclaim our preparedness, and we toll the bell. The second toll is a call to celebration. Today we achieve a goal that we have poured every ounce of energy and passion into achieving. Through the difficult days, the physical pain, the mental challenges, and the endless hours, we have stood tall. With our families, our friends, and our colleagues, we celebrate. The third and final toll is a proclamation. We toll the bell to proclaim to the citizens of Hillsborough County that today, 30 men and women answer the call to serve their fellow man as protectors of our community. We are ordinary people from among the population, but we stand ready to perform whatever extraordinary feat we might be called upon to do, all in the name of those we serve.
At this time, I introduce Deputy Michael Sago, who will make remarks on behalf of his class.
Good morning, Sheriff Chronister, Chief Deputy Lazinski, command staff, training staff, family and friends. Thank you for being here to celebrate this day with us. A special thanks to the training staff for guiding and mentoring us, for trusting us, and inspiring us. And to our families, as we've heard earlier today, we owe a special debt of gratitude. You've always believed in us, and we are truly grateful for the love and support you have given us over the past 8 months. Without it, we would be unable to accomplish the goals we set for ourselves. When I was younger, I learned that there are 2 key parameters that make a great speech. The first parameter was to make it short. Everyone loves a short speech. The second key was to leave the audience with a few thoughts and ideas that resonate. Recently, however, a great scholar, who also happens to be my 5-year-old nephew, taught me that there was a third parameter, and that was to give the crowd cookies. Unfortunately, I ran out of time last night to do baking, so not this time, maybe next speech. But 8 months ago, we lined up together on the Green Mile as strangers. We were nervous, we were curious as to what the future held. Through all the challenges and trials, all the ups and the downs, we now stand here today in our crisp white uniforms, 30 strong, eager to start our careers serving the people of our community. As I brainstormed what I would like to take this opportunity to talk about, I realized that this is the perfect platform to pass along to my classmates a few bits of wisdom that I have learned from leaders in my life and in my past careers. The 3 ideas I will outline are not always the easiest to put into practice, as life provides us with many distractions. But we must remember, as Teddy Roosevelt so stoically stated, nothing in the world is worth having or worth doing unless it means effort, pain, and difficulty. I've never in my life envied a human being who led an easy life. I have envied a great many people who led difficult lives and led them well. First, pick up a book and read it. When you finish that book, pick up another book and read that one, and continue to repeat the process. There's an infinite amount of wisdom and knowledge, and there are countless ideas found between the covers of a book. And we are cheating ourselves if we are not challenging our minds. While there are many books on history and philosophy that will improve your direct knowledge of law enforcement, do not forget that books on all topics and all cultures will improve our ability to better relate to the people that we serve. Secondly, never stop learning. This is directly related to my first comment. However, there are many more ways to learn than simply reading. Every encounter with every person is an opportunity to learn something new. American author L. Frank Baum, most known for his book, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, he knew that self-growth is the key to a successful career and a fulfilling life. He said, "No thief, however skilled, can rob one of knowledge, and that is why knowledge is the best and safest treasure to acquire." So arm yourself with knowledge. The moment you stop striving to learn something new about a particular career, a particular hobby or interest, it's time to find another career, hobby, or interest. Lastly, you must always strive to balance your physical, spiritual, and mental self. We all know the importance of physical fitness in this career, and we must continue to strive for physical excellence. Most importantly, physical stamina allows you to delay the onset of mental fatigue. Spiritually, we must all believe in something. Belief in something greater than ourselves is what gives us the basis for our values and our morals. It gives purpose to the calling that we answer. Mentally, don't ever forget what makes you unique. What makes you, you, your hobbies, your friends, your passions. These shouldn't change simply because of your career choice, even a career that is as deep a calling as this. For when you are mentally strong, you have soundness of mind, you have good judgment, and it allows you to think clearly and remain open-minded, yet discern intelligently. With this mindset, not only can you live your life to the fullest and do what's best for your family, but you can change the life of any person you come in contact with. For you will be armed with knowledge, perspective, and compassion. Never forget that we are the beacon of freedom to those who feel trapped. We are the beacon of safety to those who feel in danger. We make a solemn promise to our community that we will lead a life of honor, integrity, and service, because we are Hillsborough County Sheriff's Deputies. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to present to you Hillsborough County's newest Sheriff's Deputies. Deputy Caban, please dismiss Sheriff's Orientation Training Class 49 for the last time.
Yes, ma'am. Let's see.